Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, replayers, and welcome back to everybody that comes here and supports me. And just hello. I came on a minute or two early. Okay. I was gonna pull this out and work on this. Oof. Oh, I need to go to comments so I can see when people show up. I can say hi. Hello, Rebecca. How are you feeling this morning? Are you better? Good morning, Lisa H. Lisa H. Lisa H. Oh, I miss my Melissa G. I haven't seen her on here. But again, busy. I get it. It's fine. Okay. Now, it's so cool seeing other creators, content creators, or YouTubers, whatever you want to call us. Seeing you guys do my stuff or follow along with me is just amazing. It's very humbling. Good morning, Jared. Oh, well, at least you're on the mend. That's praise right there. Praise for being on the mend. Okay. So, I don't remember where, I think I showed these on Sunday. I don't know. But this was from a couple weeks ago. This one was what was this number? That one was 40, number 40. So this was three weeks ago. This one's number 40. Love this next one's really pretty. It needs I need to block it, but I'm not going to block it because I'm just gonna attach it as I make the blanket. This is number 48, I believe. Good morning, Manuela. Sorry, I saw you on there, and for some reason my brain just kind of, wheels spoke. Number 48 is this one right here. I like this one. It's really pretty. 48. And then the last one I did is, oh, I'm all caught up. I thought I had a square to do. Jeez. I thought I had a square left to do, but I'm done with it. So this was the last one that I drew, number 31, in a muddle. So it's got half classic granny square, half solid granny square. So here is my color choice for mine. And so just with these, you can see that that doesn't quite go, but you see that it has the peach here. And then I have the peach here, so that's where it ties in. And you can't tell, but that is a dark purple right there. And then this one ties in with the green and the light yellow. So they all tie in some way. There's a color, that matches from one to the next. Yes, Pam. I saw Pam Agrumi show hers. Hello, Tammy. So yeah, I'm really excited for these squares. I love how she was adding hers together already. But I'm like, that wasn't a bad idea to join them as you go so they would be randomly put together, which maybe I could do that. I could start on that, but the thing is I'm going to join it with this color. So I can't really join as I go. Well, I guess I could, because I could put a border around them and join with this. So this was what I made on Sunday to show you guys my new pattern. But this is the color that I chose to join my squares. So it's in my basket of colors for my squares here. This is my granny square basket. So all my granny squares get pulled from these colors. So I just leave them up like this, and you can see they're the green is getting used a lot right now. but so far none of them are collapsing down into themselves. And I don't foresee that actually happening too much because I'm not really using a ton of yarn for each square, because like this one is for 5 changes, this one's 4 changes, and this one's 4 changes. So I did figure out where my tote is. Now, if y'all watched me on my live, y'all would have noticed I was looking around on the sides and floors. I didn't look up. Note to self, look up. Because this is where all my squares are. Good morning, Penny. How many do I have left? Oh, a lot. We are, did I see a tail? Why is there a tail? Why is there a tail? That might be one I didn't finish the tails on. Oh, yeah, we're going to sew the tails on that one. I'm doing all 50 of them. So we've only done 15 plus the extras that I did. I did extras. So okay. So I have tails I need to sew in on this one. And this is the one where I have an extra stitch, and that's why this one's right here, so I can remember this stitch marker. I accidentally added a stitch when I did my join, so I need to remember that. You're here, you're here till the kids are coming. That's fine. No worries. I'm just glad everyone's here. So how many is that? 35? I have 35 left? All the rest of the year. That's how many I have left. I have to do the rest of the year. So there's 50 cards, and obviously there's only 50, well, not only, there's 52 weeks in a year, and there's only 50 cards. So on weeks 2 and 4, because they were solid squares, I made those solids. So this is week 2 or 4, I don't remember which one the solid was, but I made 2 extras of this one. Oh yeah, okay, so here's my thinking behind that. I was like, I only needed 2, but the reason I have 4 extra is because brain work. So 52 doesn't make a nice even number to make into a blanket. So I went up to 54 because 54 can be divided 9 by 6 squares. So that's why I did 2 more squares. So that's why I have 4 extra squares where I have 2 extra of week 2 and 2 extra of week 4. So I have 3 total of week 2 and week 4 each. Visually, it's better to show you. I'll just show you. So I have 3 squares done for week 2 and 4 for my fillers. Yeah, it'll be a nice size. It'll be, and my squares are about 6 inches. So roughly with the border that I attach them with, it'll be anywhere from 36 inches is the minimum of the squares before they're added together. So anywhere from, I'm going to say, it'll be, I can get it, 9 times 6 is 54. So, no, yeah. So, oh, it's going to be too long. I could almost donate it as a boggy blanket. Yeah, it's going to be 54 inches long, but that's okay. It could be a staff blanket. I think a staff person would enjoy it, and maybe even take care of it a little bit better than a kid would. Because you know, kids, they're a little rough on their stuff sometimes. I know kids there may take better care of their blankets, but this one's a little bit more. If I do donate this one as a boggy blanket, this one will be a little more, oh, I don't know what the word is. It'll be a little more, like, it's going to have a lot more holes and just intricacies to it, I guess. I don't know. One that you would make more for an adult than a kid, I guess. Just so they don't, you know, have to worry about being too gentle on their blankets. I don't know why I didn't finish the tails on this one. I thought I had all my tails done. But I also thought I had a square to do this morning, so I set my square box up here on my desk going, oh, I'll work on that. Nope. I caught myself up, apparently. That number 31 was a very quick one to work up. That was easy. So far, the squares haven't been too bad for me with utilizing the written instructions. Thankfully, having the written instructions on the ones that where the charts were a little more confusing to me, I was able to easily work them out with the written instructions. So yeah, I think, yeah, it'll be a really nice throw. I don't know. It may even be one I keep for myself. I don't know yet. You know, it's one of those I'm going to have to see. I don't really remember what I initially made it. Okay, rewind. I don't know what I initially intended to do it for other than to just do it. And I don't want to keep a million blankets. But this one would be fun to keep only because it was a crochet along that I did with, and I had other people follow me, so it'd be fun to have, but also like as a reminder, you know, a keepsake. But at the same time, it, you know, I don't want to keep a million crochet blankets around the house. I talk like my kids, you know, like we have room for a million blankets in this house. I don't know that we'd have any room left for us if we had a million blankets in this house. Done. All the tails are done. Would y'all be interested in seeing the squares? Anybody that hasn't been here and wants to see all the squares, there's not too many. There's only 15. I can show them off. Yeah, community crochet along, yeah. You haven't tried any yet. I bought it to learn how to read graphs. Yeah, I will pull out, you know what, this one's an easy one. Like, this one's easy. So, like, you can see here, if it'll clearly show you, the circles, these ovals, those are chains. And then you see these dots right here. That's a slip stitch. And then when you see these T's with that little hash mark going across their trunks, those are double crochets. If you don't see those and you see them and they're slightly shorter, those are half double crochets. And then the single crochets are, let me find one of the single crochet ones again so I can remind myself. Single crochets are plus signs. So those are easy. Those are the easy ones. So yeah, that's a simple one to read. So yeah, those T's that you see with the little hash marks going across them like that right here where my needle's pointing to, those are double crochets. And then the half double crochets look just like these T's, but without the hash mark. And then the single crochet is just a plus sign. Literally, it's a short little T, but because they cut off the, they just made the T shorter, but it's really, it looks like a plus sign. It is a great way to learn how to do them because make sure you buy the written instructions too, Rebecca, so that, because I find it very helpful to have both. Yeah, exactly. Because then you don't have to worry about if it's written as UK instructions. Now, the written instructions that you buy, I need to make sure people are aware of this. It doesn't give you just one set of instructions. You're getting the whole deck, not this, but the whole deck of cards in both the UK terms and the US terms. So it's worth that extra money that you have to spend because you're not only getting one set of patterns, you're getting two sets of patterns, essentially. Yes, it's the same pattern, but somebody had to take the time and convert them to both terms. And so I think it's worth it. So you actually get both because, I actually figured that out by accident on my own because my daughter was doing these squares a while back and she stopped doing them. And she asked me for instructions on this one square, and I got on there. It was like it was number 50. She was trying to do number 50, which is this one, I think. No, not this one. This isn't it. 50's already been used, so it's in my pile. So she wanted the written instructions or something, I think. Or no, I said, I'll print out the written instructions for you so I don't have to keep telling you what to do or whatever. And she's like a lot like, I think, me, where she uses both. She's thankfully in the beginning of her crochet career journey, she's getting both. And so she's seeing both and she's teaching herself both like I did. So hopefully she's able to read both eventually. But I went to my Kindle, the ebook on my Kindle on my computer, and I scrolled all the way to the very end of the book, of the ebook. And I went, oh yeah, there's number 50. And I highlighted it or screenshotted it or something to print it off for her. And she started working it up or something. And I'm like, something's not right about this, because I was helping her. And I went and looked, and because the written instructions were not matching up with the graph with me, because I'm used to US terms, obviously. And so I was like, this is not a single crochet, this is a double crochet or whatever. And the written did not match up with the graph. And so I was like, what is going on here? So I looked and figured out that they have all 50 written patterns in the US terms, and I had scrolled all the way to the end where all the UK ones were. And I had printed off the UK one for her by accident. So I found the right one and printed off the right one for her. And you can't print from it. It's just I had to screenshot it or something. But, I think the written pattern is like, last I knew it was under $10. Like, I want to say it was $7 for some reason. Let me go look. I bought it on Amazon. Granny Square Card Deck Kindle. It's an $8.94, $9, but you're getting US and UK terms for $9. I think that's worth it. A lot of people are like annoyed, and and with every right, I get it. But like, if you think about it, you're getting literally two sets of instructions for one price. So the Granny Square deck, let's see. I don't, it's, here, let me take the Kindle off of this and maybe it'll give me. I don't want the Kindle, oh my goodness. I want to get her flower one when it comes out. It comes out in May. It releases in May sometime. Card deck. Granny Square card deck. Why is it not bringing it up? Granny Square card deck box. It's funny, I can just tell by the names of some of these that it's not the right one. Okay, I know I bought it on here, so I'm going to go to my orders. Hello, Tammy's Critters and Things. How are you? I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Well, I've seen you on the streets, the YouTube streets. I know, I'm excited for the flowers too. You learned UK from your grandma when you were and didn't realize it was over 4 years before I figured out why I had such a hard time with written patterns. Oh no, Lisa. Well, hello, Lisa B. Okay, so Granny deck. Okay, so the deck of cards is $18, y'all, for the deck of cards right now on Amazon. And then, so the deck of cards is $18, and then you get another $9 for the book, for the 2 books, essentially. So it's under $30 for the whole thing, which honestly, for as good a quality of cards as these are, like these are thick. These are thick cards. Like these are good cardstock, thick cards. And then you get your little, user guide. I wouldn't call this an instruction guide because the instructions for the written pattern is separate, but still. You learned UK too? I can't get my brain wrapped around the UK version because I learned the US terms. So for me, trying to even understand them is confusing to me. What is Friday's date? The 11th. Y'all, I had to pre-record Friday's video because my husband's going to take the day off. So there's no getting up early to record in the bedroom. I know, but honestly, though, there's really not enough room to write it with the graph. Being able to see the graph. I mean, I get this is definitely meant for somebody who knows how to read graphs. And so I do like the fact that they do include the written instructions in, if you need it, for those that do need it. So for those that do need the written, $30 though for a deck of cards, under $30 for a deck of cards and written instructions in both US and UK terms is like buying a brand new book, like a pattern book, with a bunch of patterns in it. So that's how you gotta think about it. I bet it is. I bet it is. What I'm saying about being able to convert it, I bet it is. Yep. Oh, yes. I'm right there with you, Rebecca. I do the same thing. Even though I'm used to 90% of patterns that I come across are in US terms. But I definitely make sure that it's, I try to read through the pattern before I. Oh, did I copy it? Select all, copy. Okay. Paste. Private schedule, April 11th. Is 10 a.m. a good time for y'all for videos to come out? I mean, I could, in theory, put Friday's video sooner because I'm uploading it 2 days sooner. Yeah, seriously, like, yeah. I wish I could teach how to read a graph. I need to learn all the different symbols. But I suppose if I could teach it while I have the reference next to me. Paper cut. Oh, did you give yourself a paper cut? Ugh. Well, I would highly recommend the written if you can afford it. And you can use your phone to read it. Good morning, Thrifty Crocheter. Oh, really? The flower book. Flower book. What flower book did she showed so many books that I don't know which one it is. Ow! Eee, Penny, no, don't do them there. I've missed my lurker. Now I do have this one. Kim inspired me, enabled me to get this one. I haven't looked, and I'm pretty sure Bella Coco is in U.S. terms, although I don't know. Now I will say these cards are nice, but they're not as nice as the Granny Squares, the Claire Montgomery ones. Yeah, these are in U.S. terms. It doesn't say on here. They really need to put that kind of stuff on the outside of their like books or boxes, you know? Like that should be one of the like key things they put. Written in US terms. Yeah, so like I haven't started the I have this Ripple one out. Y'all, there's no chart on this one. This Ripple. Like I wish it had the chart. I mean, it has the stitch conversions in here. And like this one doesn't have. And they're not in an order or anything. They're just simple stitch combinations. It has a written and a picture. It doesn't have a chart or anything. Not that I need the chart, but that would be nice if I could have the chart on there. Just, you know, to visually see, like, where is it talking about going, you know? Because, like, I use that. So I use the chart and I go, okay. Like, if for some reason I can't understand what the chart's saying, I go, okay, well, where exactly is that telling me to go? Where am I supposed to, like, join, you know, join a new yarn? And so I'll go to the written instructions and it'll say join color blah at this spot, you know? So that part is still a little bit fuzzy for me, is, you know, figuring out that kind of thing. But like, you know, if I have a written instructions and it says like put such and such here, I'm like, where does that exactly, like if I could visually see that, I'm like, oh, okay, so this helps. Or seeing this, you know, a picture or a chart helps. So I guess the Bella Coco ones, having the pictures helpful, but definitely having these is nice because it just allows you to see where the stitch is supposed to go, I guess. So let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to get this video uploaded. It's not coming out till Friday, but I want to get it done. Which one is my Friday one? Thursday, Friday. I think that one's Friday. Focus on a Friday. All right, April 11th, 10 a.m. Okay, that is uploading. That is done. Where are we at here time-wise? Okay, 30 minutes. I do have to make sure I pay attention to the time because oh no. A couple of my ladies from my Bible study won't be making it this morning. You prefer written? Yeah, I like all of it. I'm like, give it all. Like, give me all of it. No, I'm still working on this. So I've been pulling this out, trying to finish it. I think I'm on my third. This is my cross pot blanket. So like so this one goes out to the dark. That's 1. Dark to light is 2. Light to dark is 3. So I'm on my 3rd one. I haven't finished my 3rd one yet. Oh. Froggy went a knitting. Okay. 8 o'clock. I'm good. Though going on at 7:30 is helpful because I can get off and go eat breakfast because I haven't done. My church was doing a church-wide fasting and I completely forgot every Wednesday to do it with them. And so, like, well, at this point, I might as well just keep doing my thing and try again next year because I never really fasted from anything. So, but I thought I'd sit here and work on my cross pop because I want to get it done. But I have to keep reminding myself what to do on it. It's so funny. I keep trying to do, like, I keep trying to do, y'all, I picked this up and I started doing my busy bee on it. I'm like, wait a second. This doesn't have bead stitches. Why am I putting bead stitches on it? Oh, it's 9 o'clock in Indiana. Oh, you must be on the East Coast then. Or, I mean, not East Coast, Eastern time zone is what I meant to say. Oh, goodness. So many tutorials I need to do for you guys. And I just can't find the time to do them for some reason. No, stop doing that. I don't know why. I have at least a handful of blanket patterns to do for you guys. I'm gonna close this up. Like, I even have this one. I need to start this one so I can get it done by the end of June. The Leona Iris one. Because that one I want to make for my make-along. The Yarn Addicts spring make-along. But then it's like, do I want to just not use that pattern for the make-along? Or, because I don't know what his crochet along is going to be like. He's doing a crochet along too. And that's supposed to be coming out soon. I don't know when. I can't remember when he said. Maybe the beginning of May? I don't remember. Rebecca's in Central. Never enough time. I know. Look at all these whips right here in these buckets next to me. There's this one. There's this. The one on the bottom, I'm going to frog and do 2 strands at a time instead of 1. And then this is just yarn for one of them. Oh, it's coming out mid-April. Okay. Sweet. I couldn't remember. I didn't know if he had announced it on his channel yet. I know members may have talked about it, but I just don't know if he's talked about it on his, like, publicly when he was releasing it. So, honestly, I couldn't remember either way. I will say this is definitely working out very interesting. So I have no clue how big this is either. So whenever it comes out. I don't know. Yeah, so I can't decide if I want to do the crochet. I need to see what the crochet along is first, and then I can start my make along, because, well, then I can excuse me, then I can decide if I'm going to do the make along. And the make along will be my own design in a crochet blanket. So, yes, thank you, Tammy, for letting us know. I just wasn't sure when, if or when he said. So, I wonder if this is going to make it all the way. Y'all, I'm not playing yarn chicken in the sense that I need to finish this blanket and I don't have enough yarn kind of thing, but like making it to the end of the round before I have to add on another cake of this. Which, there's a knot right there. Factory knot. Test it. Test it. I test it. I pull on it to see if it's going to pull apart. If it pulls apart, then obviously I pull it out and retie it. But it feels like it's pretty snug, so I'm just going to trim the tails on it, so that way it's less noticeable in the blanket. Y'all pray for me and my children today, because last week was a rough week for them, being left at home while I went to Bible study. And they're going to be home again today for my last day of Bible study. And it's like, it's been a rough couple of weeks with them and just getting along. I feel you, Tammy. I feel you. I want to finish all these blankets that I've started that I want to do tutorials for. This one is already a tutorial on my channel. I really should take a picture of this as my thumbnail and put it out and re-upload it maybe, and see if I can get some more eyeballs on it, because the Busy Bee one definitely got more views, and I don't know if that's because of the thumbnail or what, but it's got 2,000 views, which is crazy to me, in a good way. Did you seriously come all the way downstairs to go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Why? Is there somebody in the bathroom upstairs? Like, I don't know. I guess I would have done the one with less stairs. Which one is this? This one right here? This is called Cross Pop. It's on my channel under Cross Pop, because it has crosses and pops. Although, because it looks like a poppet, we thought it looked like a poppet that you could, pop these little. So we called it Cross Pop, with the cross, because it has cross doubles right here, and it has the pop right here. It's literally a one round repeat after you do your setup round. I think you do like 1 or 2 rows of setup rounds. Didn't know there was a pattern for your blankets. There is. I don't have written patterns yet, because I don't know. I've never written patterns. I've seen a lot of. I probably could write them. I just don't have the confidence that I could write them well, because I over-explain things and don't know how to explain things well. Oh. So yeah, it's like I said, I think I need to re-upload it maybe. I don't know. Let me see, because right now, let's see if I can find it. It came out about, okay, the Cross Pop came out February 25th. It has analytics. It only has 300 views, it says. So I don't know if I need to change the thumbnail or not. Or if it's just, it could just be that nobody really wants to do it, which is totally fine. I mean, I get it. It's not everybody's cup of tea. Yeah, 2,000. I have 2,000 views on the Busy Bee. Yeah, I changed the thumbnail. This one I am using the goodness gracious, Lion brand. I don't know where all this comes from. The Lion brand Mandala Gradients. Mandala. You can find these at Walmart. I don't know if Canada's Walmarts have them, but our Walmarts here in the US have them. So basically all of my new blanket designs, I've been using these mandala gradients. So I have one in the steel blue going, which is my across the twisted planes that I still have to do a tutorial for that one as well. And then I have my purple one right there. The purple gradient is my diamond pop one. So I've got 3 different blankets, or I got at least 2 more that I need to put out for tutorials. You think it would draw more views? So what I was thinking of doing was taking a picture of this bigger blanket, you know, of just the blanket, and maybe put this in it too or something. I don't know. And use that as the thumbnail, because the thumbnail for the Busy Bee is just the blanket. It's not me. Well, I will definitely try that, Penny. Thank you for the tip. So yeah, I will try a different thumbnail and then maybe re-upload it as a new video. I would have to download it again though, I think, because I don't have it saved anywhere. I literally, once it's on YouTube, I delete it and I don't keep a backup. And I know that's not a good, probably great thing to do, but I don't have the space to save my videos. I do have a terabyte hard drive, but it still takes a process to save it to that. You think the blanket, could it be that it's in a pink color maybe? Should I try it and maybe do it in a different color to do the picture with? Is it possible that it's the color? Not everybody likes pink. So I don't know. What do y'all, you think it's really attractive? I do like the gradient and the way it's working out. I do wish I would have started the blanket with a bigger hook, because I don't know. I just wish I had, because I did it in a 5.5, and it really should have been in like a 6 or 6.5, because this yarn is thick and it calls for a 5.5. I used the recommended hook size, and I should have hooked up, but that's okay. I'm gonna finish it with this one and then it'll be done. I think I want to make this one as big as 40 inches so that way I can donate it to Boggy. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. You couldn't find it in my tutorial playlist. Oh, maybe I didn't get it added to the tutorial playlist. Hold on. I try to add it to the playlist as I upload them, so it very well possibly could be. Oh, there he goes. Thank you, Rebecca. Now it should be. Okay. What size of hook? So I used a 5.5 to do this one. So that's the recommended hook size of the yarn. But I would have gone to at least a 6 or a 6.5. I think it would have made it a little more drapey-er. Oh, my grammar, I tell you. Yeah, try now, Rebecca. It should be in the tutorial playlist now. I saved it to the tutorial playlist. Oh, that's a hair right there. Hello, Angela. Hello. Welcome to Wednesday morning yarn chat and crochet, or midweek as I called it on the video. Yay. Yeah, that may help too. Because, you know, people will see it there. I don't have a ton. I shouldn't have a ton on the tutorial playlist, but I need to go back through all my videos and make sure I add all the ones that I did tutorial-wise to it. Oh, what now? Man, my group at Bible study might be small today. So yeah, I'm going to change the thumbnail and see if that helps. I don't know. I'm just trying to decide if I should re-upload it. Have it, come out again after I fix the thumbnail. Because I can schedule it to come out again. It'll just be, it shows that it was posted, February 25th, but I can schedule it to re-release, I think, because I can still mess with the schedule on the dashboard. Hello, Kendall. Yeah, I eventually will. Rebecca, I was thinking about that too, so that way people can find just the flag ones. I need to trim some yarn right there. But yeah, I totally agree with that one. Thank you. It is just a good thought. Not just a thought, it's just a good thought. I appreciate the good thought, Rebecca. Sorry, I'm trimming yarn here. There's a knot that I didn't trim. There we go. Scheduled to re-release. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Penny, is by re-releasing it, it may, now that I've gotten so many views on that one blanket, maybe it will bring in more views on others. And also, I don't know. I didn't do anything different with the two, so just got to figure out how to do the thumbnail differently. I think I'm going to do similar to the Busy Bee with the way I did that one without my face. Yeah, I notice a lot of people like separate out their videos and stuff, and so it's like I got to figure out how I want to do that too. All right, Penny, thank you for being here. I will say, looking at this yarn though, and then looking at the screen messes with my eyes because it's such a bright, like this dark pink right here. Even though it looks dark on the screen, it's very like this blanket is very bright. So, I think I might make it. I'm getting closer. I still have a little bit of yarn left in the bucket over here. So thank you for coming, Penny. Thanks for all your amazing tips and tricks that you give me and advice. I do too, Rebecca, because I just don't know if there's any more organization I need to do to my playlist other than, I don't know, maybe separate out blankets from beanies. Would that be too separate, or should I just leave them all like in tutorial? Because you were saying that, and I do agree with the flag one, separating those out. So maybe I should separate out my blanket tutorials from my beanies, because I have some of those too. And then I have stitch ones too. So that's what I'm asking, honestly, would you recommend that for me, to separate them out by blankets, hats, things like that? You personally like them all separated? Right. Same here. I'm a lot like that too. So you think separate out the beanies and the blankets? So separate the different tutorials? I actually don't mind that. That's not a bad idea because that's something I like too, and I didn't think about that, you know? I like that, like, with Juan the Yarn Addict, but for instance, I'm sorry I had to bring him up again, but like, I'm making his autumn aspirations blanket, and my daughter's making his winter crochet along from the first winter he was on YouTube. And so it allows me to find, you know, I can go look through his playlist and figure out which one I need to go to instead of having to scroll through all of his videos. You're working on making playlists too. Yeah, I think that's what I need to do. I think that may be a project for today. I don't know. When I get back from my Bible study, maybe I'll do that. Although I need to get my mom's blanket done, y'all. I didn't do any rows on it yesterday. I got one row started today, and it's not even finished. So I need to work on finishing that and get that, you know, because I really am trying to get, I'm going to push myself to work on that as much as possible. Like, I thought about bringing it down to work on right now with you guys, but I figured this one would be a little less, this would take a little less of my concentration. I think. I don't know. Woohoo, I'm gonna make it. Yay. I think, I don't know, actually. Let's see, I put one. Yeah, okay. Maybe. It's only yarn chicken in the round sense, not in the running out of yarn for the whole blanket. I think I'll be fine because I just need to put, okay, yeah. Just 2 double crochets and then join it. And then turn it. Oh yeah, I made it. I made it. So this is what I had left. I made it by the hair on my chinny chin chin. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this end, the dark end, and I'm going to attach it to the dark end of this one. So I'm going to take the ball band off. Where are we at here? 52 minutes. I also got 8 minutes. So I just got to find the outside. You know, sometimes finding the outside is just not quite as hard as the inside one, but this is light. I need to find the dark. We're going to go right here. Okay. Gotta go. I just wanted to start singing Let It Go just now. Gotta go. Gotta go. It is time to go be an adult. Tammy. I miss you too, Tammy. But yeah, that's why I'm doing at least one morning one for those that miss the morning ones. I at least have one morning with you guys. And then I have my Sunday afternoon ones at 3 p.m. Central that you guys can come hang out and just literally do the same thing, just whatever we want. Most give up after a few scrolls if they can't find what they want. See, Rebecca, you don't gotta convince me anymore. I that is such a good point right there. Yes, that is a valid point. And that is very much me, you know. I get to a point where I'm like, oh, I don't want to search this anymore. So I will literally, like, if I can't find it after I've scrolled a couple times, I will go and search it. I will say, oh, I know the channel's name and I know the pattern. I just don't want to scroll to find it. Even in my history, I don't want to scroll through my history to find it. So, okay, where did I put that? Oh, it's right there. Okay, so now when I pull it from the outside, I could either put it in the bucket like this, or I will get my, hold on a second, let me go grab it. It's right over here. I will grab my little yarn thingy here. It's not a Wool Genie because I think the Wool Genie is, the brand is a plastic one. I think. I don't know. Ah! Dropping things. I'm dropping strings and things. No. Okay. Back up here. There we go. I think I pulled out my corner. Hold on. I almost pulled out my corner, y'all. Look, it's just barely, like, the loop for the hook was right there. It was just barely poking out. Phew. I thought about I was doing a Zoom once a month. It may be a possibility I may do over the, next coming months. But I need to figure out when I can schedule that in with my life. But anyway, so when I pull from the outside of things like this, like these cakes, I will use this, and I literally just, I just find the center. It moves out of the way for the most part, and I just kind of twist it and push it up through there, and it comes up the center here. And then as I'm crocheting, it just pulls along like that. So that's usually what I do when I pull from the outside. Good morning, Julianne. Later, Tammy. Have fun. Have a great day. So I may go back to doing it once a month. I can't promise or guarantee once a week. With, when my husband's home, it's, family first. So we, if we go do things, I don't have to worry about being on a meeting or something. So that's why I haven't really been doing them. And we did one, and then I went on my trip to Hawaii and got it all. That whole trip, just as fun as it was, it changed a lot of schedules. So possibly a Zoom meeting for my members. But for right now, my members for my channel are my financially supportive, because everybody here is supportive. It's just there's those of you that are members are financially supporting, which y'all don't know how much I appreciate that so much. Exactly. Yep. So, well, and that's during the week, but yeah, on the weekends when my husband's home and in the evenings, it's hard. Those are the only times I can do Zooms, is in the evenings and on the weekends, and that's when he's home. So I try to make sure they come first. So that's why it's tough for me to schedule Zoom meetings. And I already have all my Zoom meetings that I attend, all my stuff that I do. So it's, that's why it's tough. Come on now. It decided to get all tangled up. This little bit of yarn when it fell off the desk. It's like, no, we don't want to be added to the new stuff. Well, too bad. You are. Ooh, it's 58 minutes. All right, y'all. I need to be getting off here and getting my day going and let you guys get your day going. I have to go get some breakfast before I leave for my Bible study in a little bit. So, and apparently, I'm a slow eater because 10 minutes is not enough time for me to eat breakfast. Exactly. I don't want to get burned out either. I think the way I've got it set up right now, I'm more content with, because I'm mixing lives with pre-recorded videos. So recorded videos. So I like them both. I would like to try to add in some more lives, pop-up lives, because that's how I started out, was pop-ups. Like, you would never know when I was coming on. So right now, the fact that we have Wednesday and Sundays scheduled, those are even kind of iffy, because next Wednesday I don't have Bible study anymore. So I'm going to have to make sure I get off, because if I don't, if I allow myself to go longer, my kids are going to be harder to get, like, because they sit in front of a TV while I do this. It keeps them calm and quiet. But because I go to Bible study right after this today, they're going to sit in front of that TV while I'm gone and hopefully get along. Thank you, Rebecca. Oh, it's nice to see you here, Lisa. So yeah, I need to get off here. I'm at an hour. I need to go eat some breakfast. And I do love you guys. I really do mean that when I say that. I mean it in the most friendship love that I can offer you guys. And I really, really do appreciate all the support that you guys show me. And by doing my stuff, that just, that right there, if that's all that y'all did was make my stuff that I put out there, that's all you would have to do. And I'd be happy. And I am happy, you know? So, all right. I am going to get off here and go have a wonderful Bible study and breakfast. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.